I'm telling you guys, I'm hammering this prediction right now. The 49ers are going to be much better on special teams this year. That's the prediction. Brant Boyer, I'm out here at Levi Stadium where it's a little noisy, but Brant Boyer just spoke. Robert Saleh just spoke. Clay Kubiak just spoke. I thought Brant Boyer, the new special teams coach for the 49ers, said a few significant things. But here's what you got to understand about Brant Boyer. Who was Kyle Shanahan's heroes growing up? Who does Kyle Shanahan respect the most? Who did he hire to be his general manager? Players. Kyle Shanahan loves players. He loves football guys. He sees coaches' sons as football junkies, football guys. He sees players as football guys, as tough, physical guys. And Brant Boyer is that. Brant Boyer is like his GM, except as a special teams coach. Brant Boyer was a community college football player at Snow College in Utah. Then he gets the chance to go play at Arizona. Then he plays 10 years in the NFL. This is the kind of guy that Kyle Shanahan listens to. And that's his new special teams coach. Listen to what he said, Brant Boyer, today. Uh, Damon Bruce asked him a question about watching the film from last
Overall
year. What needs
mindset,
to get better?
guys. At the end of the day, this is a violent game played by men, and it's a special teams a one-on-one matchup 90% of the time, and it's either you or him. And what it comes down to, and that's my whole mindset that I'm trying to get these guys to understand is it's either you or me, and it's going to be you. Period. And that's the whole mindset that I want these guys to understand. That we're here for them. We're here to make them better, and that's what it comes down to. And if I can make them better, we're all in good shape because it'll help this football team.
Fundamentally, he's not. He's scheme, right? These guys are into scheme. He talks about the Niners' new snapper, John Meeks, how they signed him because he tried for a long time to try and get a block on this guy. Couldn't do it. But fundamentally, Brant Boyer wants to hit somebody in the mouth. And I think the Niners need a little bit of just attitude on special teams. If you heard, it's still out. You could go watch the conversation I had with Bobby Houck yesterday, the Montana head coach and also the special teams coach, who he mentioned Brant Boyer. Brant's son is there on the staff, and Cole Anderson, the assistant. And what did he say? Because, Bobby is really unique. He's a head coach who's been a special teams coach 3 different places. He said, what's important to have special teams is to have a head coach respect, not involvement. If you want to swing by the meeting room, that would mean a lot to the guys every once in a while, show everybody that special teams matters to the head coach. But you got to respect it, what we do here. And the way that the rules have changed this year, if you fail on the kickoff, the ball can now come out to the 35-yard line instead of the 30. And it's going to mean a lot more returns. And so I think it's going to just affect the game in a way that you have to respect special teams. So that's my prediction. My prediction is Kyle Shanahan hired a guy that he'll actually listen to. And if this guy tells him, like, Kyle, we got a special team situation. I need your guys. I need your attention. We need your practice time for this. If not this, then nothing. This has got to work. The other thing that was interesting is I think he believes in Jake Moody. Actually believes in Jake Moody. People sometimes you talk to former players, especially guys who were drafted in later rounds, and they will bemoan, understandably, the fact that guys drafted in the first or the second or the third round, if you're a 7th round tight end and they've got a 3rd round tight end, and you as the 7th round tight end think you're better than that guy, great. But that guy's going to get more opportunities than you. He was a 3rd rounder. And, I think one of the things that Jake Moody gets with Brant Boyer is a guy that he has a fresh blank slate with, who believed in him a lot coming out of college. Brant Boyer said every special teams coach that he's talked to had Jake Moody, the number 1 kicker, coming out that year. Now, what does that mean in hindsight? What does that mean now? It doesn't mean anything now. It doesn't get you anything now. One question I asked I asked Boyer, Boyer's son he said he's going to start coaching, was a kicker. It was a high school quarterback. He was a kicker. So I think this guy's got a respect for Jake Moody, a respect for what he does. I know, look, here's the other prediction I'm going to make. There's going to be all this talk about a Moody competition. There's going to be a competition. Okay, he's winning that competition. All right. They spent all last year, the offseason, he was hurt. Well, I mean, if he was hurt and that is what affected him, returning from the ankle sprain, then they're not looking to replace him anyway if they believe that. I've watched him in these practices. He's winning this competition. There aren't 32 kickers that people love, let alone some guy off a couch that's going to come out here and take Jake Moody's job. The only way that's happening is if he loses his job in games, and he hasn't done that yet. So he'll be back as the kicker. He'll be back. And the coverage, the return, all that stuff's going to be really critical for them. And that's not my first prediction of the 2025 season, but that is my prediction for the 2025 season. So there you go. Full conference press. Where's the conference uploaded? The press conference. I guess the Niners will upload it. That's my expectation. I had it up, but rules dictated it had to come down. Kenny says, we've been trying to improve our special teams since Kyle Shanahan got here. No success as of yet. I know. I'm against the odds. I think this guy does it. Because this isn't like the sense I get. This isn't like John Fossil, mad scientist stuff. And John Fossil is widely regarded as one of the better special teams coaches, but that's the 49ers don't need tricks. Kyle Shanahan's not interested in any tricks. They need fundamentals. The same fundamentals that they apply to building a defense, they need to apply to their special teams. Big dudes who hit hard. And that's why I love that quote. They don't have to be big on special teams, but that's why I love that quote from Brant Boyer. Like, what's the secret? Secret? Hit somebody. That's the secret. Go tackle somebody. That's the secret. Let's treat this like it matters. And you can just feel the passion in his voice. And I think it's going to permeate. I think it's going to get through. Comment, I think they'll be better than 32. I think they will, since a lot of their draftees and free agents have special teams experience. Yeah, it'll be Junior Bergen. This will be interesting. Asked today, what is the most important quality for a returner? Boyer said, catching the ball. He's right. That resonates, doesn't it? Ball security. Feel that. And then he talked about several other things that were interesting. It was a really good. Brant Boyer was a very good press conference today out here at Levi Stadium. All right. That's it for this quick report. Weather is good. I'm here to report.